The golden morning light poured through the tall windows of the Silver Spoon Café, a small, cozy place tucked in the corner of the city. The smell of fresh coffee and baked bread usually wrapped the cafe in warmth. But that morning, for one tired young man, it was just another long day of trying to make ends meet. Before continue, please subscribe our channel and like our video. His name was Ethan dot 20-4, thin but strong, the kind of person whose eyes carried stories of sleepless nights and silent struggles. Every morning, he buttoned up his worn uniform, fixed his name tag, and whispered to himself, smile, Ethan. Today could be better. He worked harder than anyone should have to, but life hadn't been kind. His mother was sick, lying in a small apartment across town, and hospital bills never stopped growing sometimes. Ethan skipped meals just to save a few extra dollars for her medicine. Still, he showed up every day with a genuine smile, hoping that kindness might one day come back to him. If you believe that kindness never goes unnoticed, and that good hearts always find light, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to Kindness Untold story, and share it with someone who needs hope today. That morning, the cafe buzzed with regulars. Ethan moved from table to table, refilling cups, balancing plates, doing his best to stay cheerful, but exhaustion clung to his every step. Then, the bell above the door jingled. In walked a man in a gray suit, expensive watch, polished shoes, an expression as sharp as his tone, the kind of customer every waiter silently prays won't show up. He dropped his briefcase on the seat and waved impatiently. "You there?" he barked. "Do you plan to serve me today or next week?" Ethan hurried over, smile still in place. "Good morning, sir. I'm sorry for the wait. What can I get you?" "Black coffee," the man said flatly, "and make it quick. I've got better things to do than sit here." "Yes, sir." A few minutes later, Ethan returned with the cup. But as he set it down, a small drop spilled onto the table, barely noticeable. The man's eyes flashed. "Are you serious?" he snapped. "Can't you do one simple thing, right?" Ethan quickly wiped the table. "I'm very sorry, sir. It won't happen again." "It better not," the man scoffed. "You people get paid to serve. At least try to look professional." The cafe went silent. Ethan's ears burned, but he bowed his head. He didn't argue because he couldn't afford to. A single complaint could cost him the job. And his mother's next treatment? He walked back to the counter, breathing deeply to calm himself. Inside, he wanted to scream, not because of the insult, but because he was tired of pretending it didn't hurt. His coworker, Maya, whispered from behind the espresso machine. "Don't let him get to you, Ethan. Some people just forget how to be human." He forced a small smile. "Maybe he's just having a bad day." "Bad day or not," she muttered, "you don't treat people like that." He sighed softly. "It's okay. I've got bigger things to worry about." What he didn't tell her was that his mother's condition had worsened last night. The doctor had said she needed an expensive injection by the end of the week. Ethan had done the math. He was short by $180. Still, he took a deep breath and went back to work. The man called again. "Excuse me, this coffee's too hot." "Are you trying to burn my tongue?" Ethan blinked, keeping calm. "I can make another one for you, sir." "Do it," the man said sharply. "And this time, think before you pour." From behind the counter, Maya glared. "If I had to serve him," Ethan shook his head. "Don't. It's not worth it." He made another cup, hands trembling slightly. This time, he set it down perfectly. The man didn't say thank you. He just picked up his phone and muttered something about lazy people. Each word cut deeper than the last, but Ethan reminded himself why he was there, for his mother, for hope, for love. About half an hour later, the cafe began to empty. The suited man was still there, typing on his laptop. Then the door opened again. A woman in her 50s walked in. Kind eyes behind glasses. silver hair tied neatly. She looked around, then smiled warmly. "Daniel?" She called softly. He looked up. "Mom, what are you doing here?" "I was in the neighborhood," she said cheerfully. "Thought I'd stop by and have coffee with my son." Daniel sighed. "Mom, I'm in a meeting." She smiled. "Doesn't look like it." "Come on, 10 minutes won't hurt." He hesitated, then nodded. "Fine, coffee." "Yes, please." Ethan approached quietly. "Can I get you a coffee, ma'am?" Her smile was pure kindness. "Of course, dear. Thank you." He walked away to prepare it, never realizing this moment would change everything. As Ethan made the coffee, Daniel's mother watched him closely, his tired hands, his quiet patience, the way he carried himself with dignity, even after being humiliated. She turned back to her son. "Daniel," she said softly, "I saw how you spoke to that young man earlier." He frowned. "What are you talking about?" "Don't pretend," she said firmly. "You were rude, cruel even." "That's not how I raised you." He shifted uncomfortably. "Mom," he spilled coffee on my table. "So what?" She said, "He's human. You think belittling someone makes you better?" Daniel's jaw tightened. "You don't understand. These people," her voice cut through like glass. "Asterisk these people. Daniel, you have no idea what someone's going through. Maybe that boy hasn't eaten today. Maybe he's working 2 jobs just to care for his family. You don't know, and you didn't even care to ask." He looked away, ashamed. Ethan returned with her coffee. "Here you go, ma'am." She smiled gently. "Thank you, dear." Then to her son, "You could learn from him." "Mom, no, Daniel. Money and success don't define worth. Kindness does." She turned back to Ethan. "What's your name, sweetheart?" "Ethan," he said quietly. "Well, Ethan," she said kindly, "you're doing a wonderful job. Thank you for your patience with my son." He smiled softly. "It's okay, ma'am. I understand." But she saw it, the quiet pain behind his calm eyes. After a while, she stepped outside to make a phone call, leaving Daniel alone. He sat silently, staring into his cup. Something inside him began to shift. He watched Ethan wiping tables, still smiling. Asterisk, how does he stay so calm after being treated like that? Asterisk, when Ethan passed by, Daniel stopped him. "Hey," he said quietly. "Listen, about earlier." Ethan shook his head. "It's fine, sir." "No, it's not," Daniel said. "I shouldn't have talked to you like that." Ethan smiled faintly. "Everyone has bad days." Daniel looked at him for a long moment. "Do you always stay this calm?" He shrugged. "I try. Life's already hard enough without adding anger to it." Those words echoed in Daniel's mind. Asterisk, life's already hard enough without adding anger to it. Asterisk, when his mother returned, they finished quietly. Before leaving, Daniel placed a bill inside the check folder and took out a napkin. He wrote something on it, folded it neatly, and walked out. A few minutes later, Ethan came to clear the table. He opened the folder, expecting a few dollars. But when he saw it, his hands began to shake. Inside was a $500 tip and a handwritten note, greater than "Ethan, thank you for your patience. I treated you terribly today, and you still chose kindness. I overheard your coworker talking about your mother's health. Please use this for her treatment. Greater than you reminded me what it means to be human again. Daniel." Ethan's knees went weak. Tears filled his eyes. That wasn't just money, it was hope. The exact amount he needed for his mother's injection. He looked outside, but Daniel and his mother were gone. Maya rushed over. "Ethan, what happened?" He handed her the note. She read it, eyes welling with tears. "Oh my God, Ethan. This is incredible." He nodded, still speechless. For the first time in months, his heart felt light. That evening, Ethan visited his mother at the hospital. She smiled weakly as he held her hand. "You look happy." "Sweetheart," she said softly. He smiled through tears. "Something good happened today, Mom. She squeezed his hand. See? I told you kindness always comes back. He kissed her forehead and whispered, You were right. As Ethan stepped out into the night, city lights shimmered above. Somewhere across town, Daniel sat quietly in his apartment, replaying the day in his mind. For the first time in years, he felt peace. Sometimes the people who seem rude or cold are the ones fighting unseen battles, and sometimes the ones being mistreated are the ones teaching the greatest lessons of all. That day, Ethan didn't just serve a rude customer, he helped a man remember the power of kindness. If the story touched your heart, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to Kindness Untold Story. Your support helps us spread more true stories of love, compassion, and humanity. And before you go, comment below. Asterisk, have you ever met someone who reminded you to stay kind no matter what? Asterisk, because in the end, asterisk, kindness doesn't just change others. It changes us too. Asterisk, asterisk.